boys and girls. Welcome to the Hockenhole. Put another dude in the big wall, baby. We love Hockenhole. I am very attractive, and with me, as always, is the man who put the misogyny in Schenectady. No, wait, what was that word previously?
Monopsony.
Monopsony in Schenectady. Mago Magus.
All right. We are here for the July Hot Racing Series. I think that's the name. Hang on. Let me get the name right.
All I know is they got these cool golf carts.
Hot Summer Racing. So what we're doing here is it's basically a 2-round series here at Hockenheim and then at Brands Hatch. 2 races apiece, 2 different cars. So today we're doing the KTMs, which you see before us, these little go-kart things, which are quite fun. And then we have the Aquila CR1 Cup cars for race number 2. Then it's off to Brands Hatch, where we'll be doing the Nutses. It's NSU Tab Byron!
Is that good?
You like the NSUs.
Okay, good.
They're the ridiculous old-looking cars that are like complete sleds.
Oh, nice.
And we'll partner that with F4s around Brands Hatch. So that'll be a weird one. NSUs to F4s. I wonder how different the results will be there. We're at Hockenheim. Pretty popular track. Pretty good track. I like it. I know a lot of people complain about it not being the old Hockenheim and how it was butchered by Tilke and blah, blah, blah. I don't think it really was, but that's just me. And there is our qualifying results. Looks like Martin Edmonds starting on pole ahead of newcomer Dom Belanger, Andrew D, Bertrand Barrier, Wayne Hutchison, Mauricio Delgado, Liam Curtin, Stanislav SP, who I believe is also a newcomer, as well as Manuel Costa. And then John Barker, Jesse Hampton, and Luca Burt, who is a newcomer as well. A lot of French-inspired names towards the top of the grid.
Let me guess, Martin's been practicing this for like months, so that when he proposed it, he knew he could win.
I mean, it's a little bit lacking in our truly top-end racers, but it's a pretty tight grid, 1.8 seconds separating first from last, so we should have some good, interesting action here. Got the garage period here as we get ready to go. So, Byron, how's your day been?
Horrible.
Would you like to elaborate, or are you just going to go with the horrible?
I mean, I do like an air of mystery, but I've had these so my upstairs neighbors moved out on Monday, and I've had the contractors upstairs since like Monday afternoon, tearing things apart, putting things back together, tearing them apart, putting them back together, slamming things around. And I keep being told, hey, I just need like 15, 20 minutes, like half an hour access to your place so I can hook up the electrical for this and plumbing for that and do this, that, and the other. And he keeps telling me this every 2 days and then not showing up for like, I'll be there like 10 in the morning.
And we're off.
And he doesn't show up until like 3 in the afternoon, and then it's too late, and he's like, I'll come back tomorrow.
Ooh, whoa! Somebody got really out of shape there in turn
Put him
one.
in the wall.
Somebody is backwards. I'm looking for the man who's dropping through the grid. I think it's Liam Curtin. No, it is Martin Edmonds! The pole sitter was spun around! Oh no! That puts Belanger out front, followed by Barrier and Costa.
You've been barriered from future competition.
Mauricio Delgado having a strong run here up in 4th place. Looks like Andrew D also got in on that accident. He's back to 11th place. And it looks like we've already lost Liam Curtin, so maybe some internet problems there for our Irish racer. Or maybe he just started from the pits, because that gap is now closing. So.
Was this about Liam Neeson?
Oh wait, no, it's minus closing. All right, so yeah, Curtin is out. I think we lost him, unfortunately. On board with Stanislav SP, running in 5th place. I wonder where Stanislav is from initially. He has got the Canadian flag there, but that is, of course, very Eastern European name. Somebody off there, one of the orange cars off there, and out of shape. That is Barrier dropping back. And Delgado now up into 3rd place there in the blue car.
Stanislav, the SP stands for Spitsnaz.
Belanger pulling out a bit of a lead over Costa at the front. Oh no! John Barker.
Dang.
Spinning around. Didn't see what happened there.
was a
I
cool
know
fucking camera angle though.
I know these cars are a little bit difficult to control at times. They can definitely get squirrely on you, and we are, I think, seeing that early on here. Whoa, Delgado getting just removed from the equation by LYT, and then Stanislav takes the both up into third place. Good racing here early, physical and active. Jesse Hampton having a pretty decent day up into 8th place, having started near the back. Oh, very wide, very wide. And I think Stanislav SP might be in the wall.
Putin says no.
He saved himself from the wall. One of the orange cars did go into the wall, so we're looking for who's dropping back there. Yellow car backwards as well. Looks like that was Costa who was in 2nd place, so throughout all this, Dom Belanger has taken a 3-second lead and is looking pretty... Oh, no! Wayne Hutchison spinning out. Stanislav SP getting caught up in that as well. Luca Burt up into 5th place. Jesse Hampton up into 4th after starting 11th. He's having a fantastic day. Mauricio Delgado currently up on a podium. We got 2 newcomers leading the way in Belanger and YT. I wonder if YT is our boy Yadong Tershin, although I don't think he'd be racing under an Austrian flag.
I believe it stands for yours truly.
Could be. Could be YouTube. Oh,
Could
somebody
be,
else is off. That's Delgado. No! Mauricio
Yolanda
in the
Thomas.
wall. I mean, it could be a lot of things. As John Barker looks like he got collected by Delgado. Oh, no! Oh, no. It's terrible.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. As Manuel Costa spins around and ends up collecting Wayne Hutchison in the process. Looks like we've lost Mecca. Oh, Lord. Luca Burt now up onto the podium, so we have an entirely new podium. None of these guys have ever taken an ESR podium before. Luca Burt battling with YT. I didn't even know that these had the manual gear shift in them, but they do.
They're actually hand crank.
I doubt that.
It's like a rotary dial for a phone. You gotta, collect your correct gear.
KTM is the weirdest car company in the world. I'm just gonna say that right now. They do all kinds of shit like, well, these cars. It's just very weird.
There's a KTM dealership a couple blocks from my house.
Oh. I have never seen a KTM in person, actually.
I've never been in there, so I don't know what they sell, but
It's stuff like this, largely.
could be.
And a lot of dirt bikes. As Luca Burt moves past YT there, who made a mistake. And Dom Belanger is gone. Like, doing his best Mike Stockmill impression right there, up 9.3 seconds right now. And somebody moving very slowly, that is Manuel Costa. Oh no! Luca Burt spins out in the Red Bull car, and there goes his podium, at least for now. Now, I say this, but keep in mind, like, oh, looks like Costa's car might be dead. He is absolutely dragging right now.
He's not rushing?
No, he's not rushing. He's
So you know the difference.
He's definitely dragging. He definitely knows the difference. You are now sobbing and slobbering all over my drum kit. Martin Edmonds going around the outside. Looks like that might be a lap car. That might be Costa falling down a lap, judging by the fact that he's now over a minute behind the next car. So I think Costa has a terminal issue and is just trying to drag her around to get some points, because if you finish the race, you get points. That's how this works. So it is Belanger from YT, Hampton, D, Edmonds, Barrier, SP, Burt. Oh no! Andrew D getting kind of fucked over there by Martin Edmonds, I think.
What a dick.
It's not good.
There will be sanctions.
Stanislav SB down the inside of Jesse Hampton. Actually, it might have been Hampton that was involved in that because he's dropped back. I apologize. I don't necessarily know the liveries that belong to everyone here because they're kind of similar. It's going to be hard to get that through, but we will try our best.
The majestic return of Jessington Hamptonstein.
Jesse Hamptown races. Bertrand Barrier up onto the podium, trailing YT with Martin Edmonds behind him. Oh, YT is very loose in the back end there. Gives Barrier a lovely run. Here we are heading into... I don't necessarily know the turn names around here all that well, but we're into the arena section now. That was Mobile one corner, and then we hit Sachs. Why are we looking at Costa? No offense, Mr. Costa, but your car is boned. It is Lenny YT, that is the L. And he's going back for second place against Barrier and gets the job done into Sud Curve. And then we head to the prime area of like absolute track cutting glory known as Nord Curve. And they get very wide. We're looking at Costa again. Why are we looking at Costa? Auto director. What's going on here?
The auto director is on Manuel.
It is. He
yeah, buddy. Problem. Push it to the limit.
He is Frederico's Vongering this.
Dude,
at this
take
point.
the brake off. Take the brake off. Bruh, parking brake no good.
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with the car. I mean, could be engine damage. It looks like his wheels on an angle, so definitely some suspension damage showing up.
I think it's
someone else getting spun around there. Oh no, Costa is sideways on the track. Barrier gets taken out. Jesse Hampton up into fourth place. This has been insane. In the meantime, Balache's now 14.5 seconds ahead. Martin Edmonds back on the podium.
Be sure to purchase all of your Put 'em in the Wall merch at the ESR store.
We really do need a Put 'em in the Wall shirt.
There is one at the ESR store.
Oh, there is. Oh,
there are actually a couple.
I didn't even know.
Well, you would know if you went to the esr-race.org/store. I don't know what the address is.
I'm sure there will be an address in the description below in this video.
I don't know. Maybe go to the website, figure it out.
Martin Edmonds running it. We'll have a look at the store between races because we'll have a little bit of time.
I might be having a look right now.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm on the website.
We'll give a detailed
store page.
We'll give a detailed review. We've lost Stanislav SP from the race. So we're down to 11 cars and functionally 10 because Manuel Costa is not really moving out there. Andrew D on the tail of Jesse Hamptown Racer. I don't know if we've ever seen D versus Hampton before. It seems like D kind of showed up when Hampton became super part-time. And Lenny YT losing the second place spot once again. As they enter the Mercedes arena section. Turns 8, 9, 10. And we head towards Mobile 1.
Mobile.
And Lenny YT shoves it up the inside and takes second place back. As they head towards Sachs Curve. Oh no, somebody off the track. Who is dropping? That is Martin Edmonds. So Lenny YT punting Edmonds. It looked like that was side-by-side contact. I don't know if I can really look at that as a stewarding issue. But it did end up with the admin off the track, and that's it's a bad policy, really.
I believe that is the 14th time Martin Edmonds has been destroyed in this race.
Indeed.
I have looked at the ESR website. There is no store link, but I have been shown designs for a Put 'em in the Wall shirt.
Well, it could be that we're still implementing that on the website, unfortunately.
Well, that should take top priority, I think.
Probably. It's a source of income for the club. Lenny YT going wide, and that lets Andrew D back up into second place, or maybe a high point, I should say. Jesse Hampton looking to get up on that podium. Burton Bar. Oh, God. Lenny YT going hard, and it does not work out for him. but it did fuck over Jesse Hampton pretty hard,
Get him, Jesse.
as well as Andrew D. and Burton Barrier profiting and moving up onto the podium. Don Belanger, you're missing a hell of a time there, my friend, by running away with the victory here. Because you could be in this fight and having all kinds of fun. Instead, you're 21.5 seconds ahead. I think Costa may have parked it. Barrier defended against well by Luca Burt, who's got the Red Bull liveried KTM. This has been a heck of a race, and we're only halfway through.
That's what you think. There's about to be a massive collision and they're all gonna die.
I mean, it's an option. YT making a mistake there, and Andrew D picking up 4th place as a result. Lenny YT looks like a man who is absolutely on the limit. He has shown great speed, but also a constant slew of mistakes.
Is that because potentially the car really makes you fuck up?
I suspect that is the case, because we've seen a lot of fucking up from guys who I normally think of as smooth operators.
I mean, it's even a little too early for Martin to be really rattling around. His tire should still be at least at 40%, right?
Oh, I imagine so. I don't know what the tire wear is like on these, though. It's been a long time since I drove these, and they've recently redone force feedback in the game and everything. So hard to say.
Forest feedback? Jedi.
Force feedback. The Jedi. The way of the Force. The light side and the dark side meeting in harmony.
Every time you screw up, it gives you some forest feedback. Jedi! Jedi! Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no tires.
You ain't got no tires, Lieutenant Dan. Andrew D in 4th place. So it's Belanger, Burt, and Barrier. It's an all-B podium right now if Andrew D can't get on there. As he goes around the outside of Barrier and is indeed, at least for now, on the podium. I feel like at one point or another, almost everyone has been on the podium during this race. As Lenny YT also gets through on Barrier.
I feel like they just need... This is one of those everybody scores points, and they need to have a podium that's at least 15 spots long.
I mean, Delgado's been on the podium at one point during this race. We've seen Edmonds there. We've seen YT there. We've seen Barrier there. We've seen Hampton there. I think the only people running that have not been in a podium position during this race are John Barker and Wayne Hutchison.
Possibly. More like Del Garbo, am I right, fellas?
Stanislav SP was in a podium position. He's unfortunately out of the race, but was in the top 3 at one point. I think Mecca was as well. Martin
You
Edmonds
didn't laugh at my Mauricio Del Garbo joke. You hurt my feelings.
I did not. Whoa! On board with Martin Edmonds as he abuses the curbs in his pursuit of Jesse Hampton. We got some ESR OGs here. Hampton, Edmonds, and Barker battling for 6th place. Men we have seen a lot of over the times of our commentary exploits.
Expletives?
Exploits, not expletives, but also expletives.
Who are we exploiting again?
The audience, I guess.
Neat. Makes me feel like a hypnotist. Lady YT hailing from the great country of incomplete England. I don't know. Is that Poland?
That's Austria.
Same thing.
Martin Edmonds attacking Jesse Hampton into Mobile 1. Where is it? Yeah, I think that's Mobile 1. Yeah, it is, because this is a Sachs curve. And Martin's got the job done down the inside. And that's 6th place. I do like the orange car's helmet. It's a very nice helmet. We're actually getting to see the driver uniforms a lot more than normal with the open cockpit here.
For the next one, please activate big head mode.
Andrew D making a move there on Luca Burt. Burt trying to deny him, but unable to. D up to 2nd place. Canadian 1-2 once again established. Got a hell of a battle going on between Delgado and Barker, which is not getting any love right now, but we'll hopefully check in on it at some point. Barrier looking down the inside of YT. And he got it. And speaking of which, Mauricio Delgado getting around John Barker, at least for now.
Good job, Whitey.
Bertrand Barrier has been repassed by Lenny YT in the battle for 4th place. Into Mobile 1. Oh, Barrier. I mean, I know these look a little bit like a lawnmower there, my friend, but they're not.
That just means that they don't have the right equipment attached. You put the bag on the back, and you just and it's fine. Competitive mowing.
Competitive mowing.
Oh, that reminds me. I picked up was it Lawns of Death or something like that? I picked up some lawnmower, like competitive lawnmower racing games, or like I don't know what they were. They were dirt cheap.
Extreme lawn mowing 2017.
Hold on, let me bring up my Steam library. Oh, Lethal Lawns was one. I remember that. I don't remember. Yeah, I got Lethal Lawns Competitive Mowing Blood Sport.
Interesting.
And I thought I had a couple of other ones, but I don't remember what they're called, and I'm searching and not finding anything other to do with mow or lawn.
Yeah, I feel that. I every time I'm looking for something in my Steam library, it's like, unless I really know. Oh, no! That's YT off again.
I've got Ducati 90th anniversary. That's kind of cool.
And Barrier gets through. That's a good game.
Also have Dirt 4.
Oh! Lenny YT is all over the place. He is insane. He has lost the plot. And Martin Edmonds is trying to get down the inside. Martin Edmonds may be at a tire advantage, Byron. I don't know. I don't know how to say that. Oh, my Lord!
Madness.
What is YT doing?
YT is wiped out.
He is very wiped out. That was weird. He's back on the track.
I have a game called Gnog. Oh, it looks like your boy Stoffmail owns this game as well. I don't know what it is. I also have Goat of Duty. I should play that.
I was looking through the comments on the Racers Corner stuff that I was doing and just don't really have the time for it right now. And I was looking through the comments on the Stop Mill one. Mostly it was people complaining about Stop Mill not telling him about his cheat codes. But someone was like, "Are we just going to ignore the fact that Mike have been Solid Snake and Liquid Snake this entire time?" So it is Boulanger leading by a bucket. D is actually closing that gap. Not that it really matters. Luca Bird off the track and losing his podium. Barrier back on the podium. Edmonds up to 4th. Hampton 6th. Hutchison, Delgado, Barker, and YT. Although I think YT may not be running anymore. No, the gap is closing. Okay, so he's still going. Just very far behind.
I found a game that only Gratch and I own. It's called Post-Apocalyptic Mayhem.
That does sound very Gratch.
It does. I'm going through all of these trying to find what these games are. I know I've got one. It's specifically about drunk driving. I just don't know what it is.
I actually entirely not realized that this was actually the Hockenheim National layout. We'll have the Grand Prix layout next race.
Very
I'm not
nice.
sure what the differences between National is, other than I'm assuming the turn 6 and turn 7 area gets cut off, and we go from turn 5 to a U-turn basically to turn 8, which would explain why the track does seem very, very short, and we haven't seen the hairpin the whole time. Which means next race we get the hairpin.
Harpin?
Wayne Hutchison in 7th place. We see very little of him to the point where I didn't know that this was his livery. Time is running down. The field has somewhat calmed down. But there are still some close battles. Hutchison's not far from Hampton. Martin Edmonds is looking for that podium, catching Bertrand Barrier. So we do definitely have some stuff going on here. I think Lenny YT may have parked it.
That seems like a fair assumption. You know, I can't find the thing I'm looking for. Of course not, since I'm talking about it.
Since we're talking about it, it's not going to come to fruition.
Super Brothers, man, I always meant to play that. That would look like a really good game.
Martin Edmonds looking for the podium here against Bertrand Barrier. Classic battle of French-speaking drivers. As they are, and by the way, if Edmonds can get this done, we're going to have an all-Canadian podium. And I don't know if we've ever seen that. Have we?
I know we've been close a couple times, and then some Magus kid threw it in the garbage, or I don't know what happened there.
I have never been part of an all-Canadian podium.
Exactly.
I've never been even close to being part of an all-Canadian podium.
I seem to remember there was like an outside chant, like the top 2 guys were Canadian and you were in 5th or something like that.
Oh, well, if I'm in 5th, I mean, this is as high as I'm getting. Let's
well, I mean, put them in the wall. The shirt.
Which you can purchase from ESR at some
somewhere.
point in the near future.
I swear I've seen designs. I was asked for a consultation as to which was the most appropriate out of like 6 designs. I'm like, well, I like this one, but I also think that one's cool.
What other catchphrases in our commentary could we turn into shirts other than put them in the wall?
Just brackets incoherent rambling about wrestling and fighting.
Well, I was gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm very attractive.
That'd work. Michael, can I interest you in a solid game of A Good Snowman is Hard to Build?
A good snowman is very hard to build. Well, Edmonds trying to get through here. This is probably the last lap, probably the last chance he's got for it. Although it depends on where Boulanger is in relation to when the clock hits 0. There's always that. Head into, oh, okay, there is the checkered flag. So we're in, oh no! Very wide there from Barrier, and Edmonds charges through.
Ha-cha-cha.
The all-Canadian podium. The dream
Welcome to the top
may
of the
be
iceberg.
finally realized as the podium has gone north.
The green rises to the top. That's why all the best people live in Canada. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And indeed, I think we actually have got ourselves the all-Canadian podium because that's the finish line there. I assume Edmonds has crossed it. As Hutchison comes across to finish in 7th. Here comes Delgado. 8th place for him, and the last place on track, John Barker.
Excellent.
Now, I am noting that Mr. Luca Burke is missing from the standings page here, so I assume he is not an ESR member and is a randomer. Pop did a pretty good job actually finishing in 5th place. I imagine this is an open server where we'll see some interesting people.
That seems to be a likely scenario. While they're having a pit stop, I'm gonna have one of my own. I'll BRB.
Alrighty. Alrighty, we're in the Aquilas now, and we did skip right to qualifying. That's helpful. It's useful. Belanger out front, followed by D, Edmonds, Hutchison. Top 4 all Canadians. Interesting. Barrier breaking that up by going 3rd quickest. Barker in 6th. Belanger or Delgado, Hampton, and SP. So Stanislav SP still here. Good. I'm not seeing some of the random names. No YT, no Luca Burt, which is disappointing. Let's see if they pop back in. So let's talk about these CR1 Aquila cars here. It's a sort of prototype, low budget series sort of thing. A lot of charity events use these cars. They're very, very interesting. I mean, they have all the hallmarks of prototypes, which if you're not familiar with are, I would say, kind of a step down from like a Formula One open wheel standpoint style. But like these are not in any way married to like production car standards or things like that. So you can do a lot of crazy things with them. A lot of lightweight materials, excellent horsepower to weight ratios, and they handle pretty damn well as well. They're very fun. Purple sector there from Barre, although just barely 8 thousandths of a second.
I was gonna say, how long was I gone? They only got a minute left in this race. What the fuck?
He
Did I pass out on the toilet?
No, we're in qualifying. He edited it, it appears, to just give us the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds of qualifying. So, you know.
Oh shit! I gotta do a whole new intro. No, I'm not gonna.
No, I was just telling people about the CR1 Aquila cars, which are what we're watching here, Byron. These are
Aquila,
very interesting cars.
For the Emperor.
For the Emperor! And we have lost all the non-Warhammer fans in the audience, which, I mean, if you're not a Warhammer fan, I don't know what you're here for.
If you're not a Warhammer fan, come hang out with us on TeamSpeak, and we'll just tell you all about Warhammer.
We'll tell you all about how the Alpha Legion may or may not be everything you've ever imagined.
Correct.
Don Belanger and Martin Edmonds are on the front row again, so it looks like they are the men to beat at this track. We got D and Barrier on row 2. We were briefly having a top 4 all Canadians, but then Barrier to stick his nose in there ahead of Wayne Hutchison. John Barker is 6th, row 4. Oh wait, Jesse Hampton coming up to 6th place right at the end there. Barker and Delgado on row 4. Row 5 is Stanislav SP and newcomer Kyle Harris. Insert Kyle joke here.
Something drywall Monster Energy drink.
something drywall. Oh, it was the Abaddon video for Dectus Ridiculous where they started referring to Abaddon as Kyle. Just pretty much.
Good old Failbadon the Armless.
Yeah, I had the old Abaddon model. It was terrible. It is the second worst model I ever had for Warhammer. Actually, the worst was the Vulcan Histon model so the deal with the Vulcan Histon model is he has a gigantic spear, right? And the spear is like attached to the arm or is attached to the hand, but not the arm. The arm is a separate piece from the hand.
Ugh.
So you put the hand on it. My God, it fell off like 90,000 times. Like Jesus Christ. Like any slight, like, you know, like someone jostles the table and the model falls over, and there goes the spear. It's off again. I eventually solved it by just like taking a drill bit and turning it into a pin for the fucking thing.
Well done. Well, I found a game on my Steam library called This Is the Police, but I have no drunk driving game. I don't know what happened to it.
So, leading the way, it is Don Belanger in the muted blue, followed by the blue, red, and black of Martin Edmonds, and the lighter blue of Andrew D. followed by the green of Bertrand Barrier.
These
Barrier going
notes.
down the inside. Barrier trying to make it happen. It's not happening yet. There's a big oh, there it is. It's the black and red. They're driven by Serbian drivers, so you know that would be probably where I would go with my livery. So Jesse Hampton, you officially have my patronage for this.
Which means he
race.
will betray you in the next war.
Oh, probably.
We're find a grenade in your butthole.
We're very good about like not being at all trustworthy anymore. The back three cars are all the same livery. I'm a little bit disappointed by that. Also, we have a Romanian guy named Arnett. So welcome, or Moldovan? Is that Moldova or Romania? I forget which one is the symbol.
I don't know.
Simeon Niku will yell at us for not knowing the solid differentials on that.
I think that's Romanian because the Moldovan flag is just colors. There's no shield in the middle, right?
I think it's the opposite. I think it's Moldova is the one.
I think you're the opposite.
I'm looking it up. I was right. That's Moldova.
Yeah, you're
Moldova's
right.
The one with the eagle.
Eagle, which means they're 90% more free than America.
And Romania has none. So there you go. Which, I mean, further shows the whole, like, why does Moldova even exist? I actually watched the video from Extra History. Why does Moldova exist in 5 minutes or less?
And?
Basically, the Russians wanted it, and then the Russians lost it, and since there's a bunch of Russians in Moldova now, they don't want to merge with Romania.
That seems fair. I wouldn't
basically
want the
the
Russians either.
TDLR.
It's TLDR.
TLDR. Pardon me.
Too long. Didn't read.
Yeah.
My favorite TLDR gif is it's some award show and the Clune was there, and they gave out these books, like big thick ass books that was like supposed to be the program for the whole event, but they're huge. And the Clune looks up at, I don't know who he's looking at, but he's looking up at somebody with like his eyes wide and his mouth open with like teeth showing.
Martin going for the lead. I hate to interrupt. Didn't get it.
Did not.
That's the hairpin section I was talking about before that we did not see in race number 1.
So yeah, your boy the Clune is looking up at something with the big old cringe face on, with the teeth out, going and flipping through this book, and somebody just like rapidly just through the book, and somebody giving it like TLDR. If you can find that GIF, please post that everywhere, and they will love you for it.
I forget what country it was, but I've been watching a bunch of the why does this country exist, you know, Luxembourg, Liechtenstein, etc. And
San Marino.
I forget, there was San Marino's one, yeah. San Marino's got an interesting story, though. That's pretty good. Jesse Hampton defending against Bertrand Barrier there for 4th place.
Because your boy Marino is so cool, they called him Saint.
Indeed. That's basically it.
Your boy Marino came down, he's like, I throw touchdowns, and like, boom, that's all yours, baby.
I'm just like you. I put my pants on one leg at a time, but after I do, I throw touchdowns. But there was one where it's like, why did they not merge with this country? Well, they asked them to, and they said no.
Yeah.
We don't want you. Or why did the Habsburg Empire not have an overseas colony? Well, they kind of did, this city in China, but also they didn't want them.
I thought you were going to go with why did the Habsburg cross the road?
I mean, they would never cross the road, so this kind of doesn't really work.
Why did the Habsburg have their servant cross the road?
There we go. Stanislav ASP moving up. Someone is falling back there. Not sure who that is. Looks like that's Bertrand Barrier falling all the way back to 10th place. Bad news for him.
Do you have some bad
Kyle Harris getting slow down track cut penalties.
Damn it, Kyle.
Living up to the name Kyle already.
Kyle's one of the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. I have no proof that that's actually the case. The views and comments of Commentary Team do not actually reflect real life in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, not really, no. we will not fact check ourselves 90% of the time.
That is actually not true. We will bitch and bicker back and forth until one of us looks it up, and we
That
will.
is true. Well, yeah, but that's like things like flags and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't fact check like, is Kyle's mom a bitch?
No, I mean, Kyle, if you're out there, leave a comment in the video. Let us know, and we'll just take your word for it.
Barry is falling way back, so I think he's got a serious problem.
What if it's a hilarious problem?
Probably retired at this point. Wayne Hutchison's having a rather bad race. We should just touch on that real quick. 8th place, started in P4, so I don't know what's up with that.
So negative. Go to
Or,
your
what-
other shitty race.
It was like P4, P5, something like that. But anyways, he's fallen back and is now battling with Stanislav SP and Arnett over 7th, 8th, and 9th.
The Will Arnett?
Well, it's R, and then the last name is Net.
Oh.
And Barre falling a lap down, so I think probably he is out of this race. Martin Edmonds, in the meantime, continues battle with Dom Belanger, who had it all his own in the KTM race here earlier. And now in the Aquilas, actually was sharper in qualifying, taking pole. It's Rocanet. There we go. Has good timing there to cut the track there, but and Kyle Harris getting another one.
My goodness.
Belanger took pole this time, but is actually under immense pressure from Martin Edmonds. It probably helps that Martin didn't get punted at turn 1 this race. That probably helps.
Listen, Kyle, it's not drywall. You can't just punch through the sides of the track like that.
Don't gnaw on the track limits, Kyle. And Edmonds gets him to go a little bit wide there through Sud Curve. He's going to have a run in Nord Curve. No, tucks back in. Not brave enough to go for it. Nord Curve is a pretty risky overtaking venture, so I don't necessarily blame him on the matter. Further back, there is the man we were talking about earlier, Wayne Hutchison, trailing Stanislav SP, and that is John Barker up ahead in 6th place. And in the background, that is Rocanet.
The almond Rocanet.
Stanislav SP. Looking to make a move here.
It's actually just Stanislav Nedkov in disguise.
Could be. Or Stanislav Netskash.
Stanislav Shmi.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, we go through like half the Czech and Slovak hockey players, frankly.
If your name's not Stanislav, no national team for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, Dominik Hasek, Jaromir Jagr.
Actually, Dominik Hasek's real name is Stanislav.
Really? Changed it to Dominic. It's a good call. Dominic's a good name. As Hutchison briefly getting a sniff there on Stanislav SP, who went very wide at the hairpin, but kept the momentum up. They'll head down to the full throttle turn 7, or at least I think full throttle in these cars. And then into the Mercedes section here. Mercedes curve turns 8, 9, and 10 before heading to Mobile 1.
Well done.
I like Wayne Hutchison's livery there. Very, very interesting. Valvoline colors.
It's all green.
Oh, it's not. It's got red. It's got blue. It's actually very little of it is actually green.
It makes me want some spearmint gum.
After this, I'm going to go get some food. What do you think I should get, Byron?
I believe you should get yourself an entire large pizza and eat it like a taco.
See, I would do that if I hadn't eaten the pizza yesterday, so I don't really want pizza.
You should get slow roasted camel.
Also, like, pizza is becoming a negative for me because my dad keeps getting me to order in pizzas.
Nice.
And really needs to show up and actually get me some cash. Dom Belanger Full Send Online Racing. That is a terrible name. Terrible.
Correct. It's only partial send, sir. Come on. You never go full send.
Wayne Hutchison trying to get past Stanislav SP. They're having a good little battle here. No success yet. And Belanger is behind Martin Edmonds. We missed a change in the lead.
Dang Belanger.
Got the job done.
That dang Belanger kid.
And has overtaken Don Belanger, who just based on his name, I know is a excellent defensive forward in hockey, and is a grinder extraordinaire because all the Belangers in the NHL were
Oh, le Belanger.
minimally offensively talented, but excellent defensive forwards. Looks like we've lost Rokinet in the race, so we're down to 9 cars.
You think he got all tangled up?
Might have. Let's see here. So my options for dinner include shawarma, tacos, hamburger, chicken, and Subway,
No Kinkajou fricassee.
and Chinese food.
Ooh, Chinese food. You should definitely get yourself some black bean chicken and some pepper beef and some curry chicken chow mein. These are recommendations.
And it looks like we may have lost Kyle Harris from the race.
Kyle, he had too many monsters and wandered out of the house. He's gone into the bush. We'll never see him again. He's probably martial arting every tree known to mankind.
We are down to 8 cars, and Stanislav SP is way off the back. So we'll see if the camera goes to him at any point. Might have lost him as well. Wayne Hutchison trying to track down John Barker. Edmonds is pulled out to a 7/10 second lead over Belanger. D still third, followed by Hampton, Delgado, Barker, and then Hutchison. And the gap to Stanislav SP continues to grow, adding to my theory that he is perhaps out of this race.
You're just saying that because he's not in 14th place.
I feel like I'd be saying that if he was in 14th place.
No, because there's not like a 12th or 13th. That'd be really weird.
Yeah, that would definitely suggest that he's out of the race. That's what I'm getting at.
Can we get somebody to do that one time? I just need the glitch one time. It's like, man, this guy's in 19th place, but we only have 12 racers.
Not really sure how you would make that happen.
I don't care. Make the developers do something weird. That's not my business. My business is only to propose ridiculous things.
If you're listening, Sector 3, you have your challenge.
You've literally finished so far back, we can't even be bothered.
I suppose while I have the ESR upcoming events up, I should detail we are in action July 7th at Spa-Francorchamps for the 6th round of the 3D Speed Wednesday series. That'll be a wet race, so should be good. Then we return on July 10th with the ESR July Hot Summer Racing, which is at Brands Hatch, like I said, NSUs and Formula 4 cars. The return of the ACC Blancpain series comes on July 11th. That's the 60 Minutes of Donington race, 7th round of that series. First ESR event, I believe, at Donington. No, GT4 was the debut, actually. And then we kick off the ACC GT4 British Series, speaking of that, at Brands Hatch with the Brands Hatch Bash Race. That is Jeff Wentworth Series on Monday, July 12th. And on July 15th, we go to the second round of the ESR Sports Car Elite Series from Portland International Raceway in R Factor. And we kick off the multi-community event on July 17th. ESR Tugas and ESRA. We really need to get the Argentinians to just call themselves Argentina, goddammit. And that is the multi-class racing with the Porsche GTE cars as well as the ADAC 2020 GT3 cars. So get ready for all that goodness. In fact, I got to go test out some cars for that series and figure out what I want to race. The options, if you want to leave your thoughts in the comments below, I am debating Porsche, Audi, Bentley, Corvette, and possibly Mercedes, but the Mercedes I want is being raced by somebody else. So, I'll have to get their permission.
No Datsun pickup truck?
No Datsun options, unfortunately.
Lit.
I'm intrigued by the Bentley because it's the only one of those that is a brand spanking new car that wasn't in the game before, as well as the Mercedes, I guess. So those are the two I'm very interested in, just because they got that new car smell. Dom Boulanger still trailing Martin Edmonds. And I'll pimp my 3D Speed series here a little bit more. I think the championship could be decided at Spa, so that'll be a key race. The contenders for the title: Matt Higgs, William Murrah, and Andrew Burke, with like a really outside chance Jeff Wentworth could wrestle something out of it, but we'll see. In the meantime, I am in 6th in that championship and looking to catch up to my teammate Paul Riccobeni, who is 1 point ahead of me.
You're never going to catch him.
I could try.
You're going to have to put him in the wall.
I could try.
Just start, I'll give you a little secret, just start flooding him with owl pictures. He'll be very distracted. And in the team's championship, Talk Sport OTL looks pretty unstoppable at the top of the pile with GPX Racing, Tech One, and Angry Panda all still mathematically in it, but we really need good rounds. Also, Tech One Racing wants to give a big shout out to Rick Martel. Get well soon, Rick. He's having some medical problems, so everybody. Oh, I didn't know that.
Go send him their love. Ricardo,
you better get better, or I'll find you.
He will come to Winnipeg.
Well, I'm not going to Winnipeg.
That's I forget if he's in Winnipeg or Saskatchewan. I remember he's born in one, lives in the other. I don't remember which combination it is.
I'm not going to Winnipeg. That's just gross.
I've been to Winnipeg. It's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, but it's got those kind of people there.
By those kind of people, you mean
people from Winnipeg. Actually, I've only ever met one person from Winnipeg, and he was like a 17-year-old kid. And he was definitely not the kind of person you'd want to be around for any particular reason.
I mean, you had me at 17-year-old kid, basically. I mean, I don't know. My experience with people from Winnipeg has been actually pretty positive. Our current OFC Cruiserweight champion is from Winnipeg originally, so there you
go. No, I'm not.
You're not the Cruiserweight champion.
I am indeed.
You are.
I'm just wearing a mask.
You're actually not a champion at all right now.
That will change.
Possibly. We got that coming up next OFC 24, I believe you're slated to be going for the title. The title. Against the Trauma, Zelko Milosevic.
I'm going to give him the PTSD.
Really do need to come up with a fighter whose nickname is the PTSD. That's completely I mean, that could be Gratch's nickname for honestly. But
it will be Paul Thomas Single Daterate.
Oh.
Of the Connecticut Single Daterates.
I actually really surprised myself. Someone challenged me. I challenged someone to do a countries of Europe quiz, and he challenged me to do Africa. I did surprisingly well. I got 92%.
And then the Bless the Rains.
Bless the Rains down in Africa. Because I do not know African geography at all, so the fact that I got, what would be an A on a quiz, I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with myself. Although there was a lot of guessing of I know Nigeria is somewhere around here. Oh! Martin Edmonds getting physical with Dom Boulanger out of Nordkurv as they head into turn 2. And they will make the run up towards the Parabolica, which is not really a turn, but I guess they consider it turn 5, and then the hairpin. I say that's Parabolica there. It's not really a turn just because it's full throttle. There's no braking. There's not really even a lot of wheel activity, to be honest. Boulanger down the inside of the hairpin, unable to get the job done. Time running down here. It looks a pretty solid Canadian podium once again. Hampton is 19 seconds behind this trio, and it's Delgado, Barker, and Hutchison, the only 7 cars remaining.
And then?
You know, it's a small field, but it's been a very interesting and very active race. So, you don't need a lot of cars to have an interesting time. You just need drivers who are relatively closely matched in skill. Must say, these cars do have a high tire deg rate, so, you know, it's been 22 minutes. Martin probably is driving on poutine at this point.
These are very possible statements of truth.
Oh, my cousin had a question that unfortunately is not any good for you, but he asked a question about you for a chance to make some money, but unfortunately I can't make it happen.
What? What's going on?
So my cousin watches the has apparently just experienced your vocal talents via the Super Mega Baseball series, and I was at his place for a basic combination party of, it was somebody's birthday, it was him and 2 of his friends are all having babies right now, and it was Canada Day, so you know,
Very
big
nice.
combo party basically outside. And he's like, is that guy live around here that sometimes pops into your videos? I'm like, Byron. He's like, yeah, that guy. No, he's like, well, that's a shame. We actually have an opening for the announcing job at the nearby baseball field.
Oh God, that would be the worst. I get fired today.
Boulanger overtaking Martin Evans and takes the lead. I mean, you get 1 paycheck.
Yeah, I guess. What's that motherfucker out in the field doing? That idiot dropped the ball again. You stupid piece of garbage.
Boulanger defending against Martin into Mobile 1 and then Sachs curve. Oh my, that's a good overtake by Martin. Congrats. He's got some tire life yet. As Wayne Hutchison is catching the back of John Barker once again. He's been staring at the back of John Barker most of this race, though. So we'll see if he can make a move here late. Oh no! Boulanger spins!
Uh-oh.
We missed it. And Andrew D picks up 2nd place. So it looks like there was some side-by-side contact between Edmonds and Boulanger. We did not see it, therefore I cannot really offer any kind of opinion. We can, however, go with our standard policy, which is throw the book at Martin.
I could. Martin? I'm gonna poke you right now, ball boy. You're moving closer to me. It makes it easier.
Mm-hmm. How far away is he going to be now? Rough hours of drive, basically.
I'd say 8.
That is closer. Because it's a long drive from where he is to where you are.
Yeah, boy.
Oof.
I mean, you can definitely make it from here to Vancouver in 8 hours. But good fucking luck.
I mean, as long as you don't run into highway patrol. Because, I mean, the traffic is not a problem.
As long as you don't run into highway patrol or fires or construction or traffic.
Or landslides.
These are true statements.
John Barker looking down the inside of Mauricio Delgado. And you know what? Wayne Hutchison might pick up both of them here if they keep fighting like this. Barker is getting slightly ahead and gets that 5th place for the time being. Final lap probably here right now as they head into the Mercedes curve. And Delgado's got it back. Lovely late braking technique there by Mauricio. Carried a lot of speed through there too. And Hutchison in the background, still fighting over. We got a checkered flag. Martin Edmonds is your winner. And down the inside goes Barker into Mobile 1, side by side with Delgado towards Sachs Curve. Barker has the inside. And it just... Oh, he did get him. He did get him. I think Delgado had to hit the brakes there. Was going probably too wide.
I thought if you got the checkered flag, you were Croatian.
Wayne Hutchison is going to get that spot. Oh! Delgado going off-roading to try to take it back. Hutchison gives him the hip check. Very Canadian. And takes 6th place. So there are your final results. 7 cars getting to the end. Mauricio Delgado dropping from 5th down to 7th on the last lap. This puts us a 3-way tie atop the standings, ironically. Belanger, Edmonds, and D all tied. Belanger and Edmonds have the tiebreaker against D, but they're all on 56 points. Hampton 4th on 37. Hutchison with 30. 28 for Barker, 26 for Delgado, and 20 for Barrier is your top 8. That was some pretty good racing there, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope Byron enjoyed it as well.
It was awful. I was going to throw myself in front of a garbage truck.
And we'll see you... Well, our next gig will probably be the 3D Speed Race from Spa. So probably somewhere in our Thursday, Friday area. That's probably what we'll see. And I hope you enjoyed. Join ESR. Link to the Discord is below. Link to the website is below. Hopefully a link to the merch is below. And I have nothing else to say.
Nothing?